Happy day, happy day. It's your bro True Jew here with a message for y'all. Look, with everything going on right now, this was placed on my heart to really reveal a secret to y'all. That this secret, this mystery has helped me so much in my life. Look, I know I keep it real with y'all. I know I be blunt with y'all. I know I hit y'all with truth that make your eye twitch like this a little bit. But it's because I truly love you. If I know you, if I've ever met you, if I've shaken your hand, if I've given you a hug, if I've said hello to you, if I smiled at you, if I've expressed myself in realness, like the only way I know how, that means I love you. Look, I'm a papa, I'm a cousin, I'm a son, I'm a nephew, I'm a husband, I'm a friend, I'm a confidant, I'm a consultant, I'm somebody who analyzes this thing called life, and I do my best to bring truth to this life because there's so many in position of power who seek to lie to us daily. And just like y'all watching this, I've come too far and been brought too far in my life to be living a lie and to be living in a way that goes against that journey and goes against that grace and those blessings that I've received and that's been placed over my life to get to this point. So, what's this great mystery? What's this truth that I got for y'all? Well, everything that's going on in the land right now, I know I talk about prepping. I know I talk about stacking seed and making sure you got heirloom seed. I know I talk about this whole agenda that the the shadow government through our surface level government is trying to implement to take away our weapons and our rights. And I know I talk about different truths that you might not have been privy to or you might have heard before, but in a slightly different way, the way that's been placed on my heart. But out of everything that I share with y'all, out of all the breaking news, out of everything, right, there's one thing that it really matters more than anything. And as I look at the different agendas that are being spread around the world right now, I look at the wars taking place, I look at the rumors of wars, I look at tragedy, I look at catastrophe in a way where, our mortality is really a gift. Okay, our experience here is really a gift. And anything can happen at any day, any moment of the day. And life is so fragile. Life really is fragile, y'all. So, what's the realest message that I could give y'all right now? It's this secret. And we've heard about it many times, but many of us have not attained it. And some of us have thought about attaining it, but we felt that there was too much poppycock involved with it, too much BS involved with it. So we just kind of stood back and we thought we should just do our own thing. But the reality is, y'all, in this life, we're to experience a blessed and abundant life. And in that blessing and abundance, we're supposed to go through our lives. Many of us have different obstacles that we deal with, but as we go through these things, we're not supposed to be weighed down by these things. We're supposed to be uh, able to alchemize these things and be refined through these things. And what am I talking about, y'all? Well, I'm talking about being truly born again. See, the church, modern day church, they got us all twisted. They got the message all messed up. They making you feel like you got to go to church every Sunday. You got to go up to the altar. You got to get hands put on you. You got to have people praying over you. You got to go talk to the pastor in his office. You got to sit down. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to listen to hours and hours worth of church service. You got to sing songs in the choir. You got to go over here and be a kind person and help somebody across the street, or you got to do this. And it's just so much. But I want to tell y'all the true secret to being born again, okay? The true way that you are born again, and listen to me carefully, y'all. This is through my own experience and what I know, okay? The true way to truly be born again is to self-analyze. Is to really look deep within at all of those things that have happened over your life, those instances and experiences that you do not feel good about. Every single thing that when you look at yourself within and you say, ooh, I don't like that, or it makes you feel guilty, that's something that is a heavy load onto your conscience. And you don't want to transition from this realm to the next with heaviness on your conscience and in your heart. See, my ancient Kemetic ancestors, uh, modern day people call them Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, they had this truth that was blessed to them. You want your heart to be lighter than a feather. So if this was your heart and this was a feather and it was on a scale of justice, you want the feather to weigh heavier than your heart. Okay, so your heart is placed on the scale, your feather is placed on the scale. You want your heart to rise and the feather to fall. That means the feather is heavier than your heart. And if you could achieve that state in the physical realm, then you would be light enough to travel into the next realm without the burdens and the pain and the guilt complex of this life. So to truly be born again it's like looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at yourself when there's a big zit on your forehead. Now, when most people have a big zit on their forehead, they usually have someplace important to be. So what happens? They like to cover that zit up. They like to hide the zit, right? But what happens when you cover up a zit and hide a zit is that whatever wrap you put on your head, whatever covering you put on your head, that actually produces more sweat. It blocks the glands of your skin and it puts more dirt onto that zit, which makes the zit want to grow even more. Now, if you take off your wrap or you take off that covering and you expose the zit to cool air and you expose it to not being dirty, and you take soap and water and you clean that zit off and you let it just dry out, the zit within a day or so will eventually dissipate. It goes away. And that's like our guilt. That's like the consciousness when it's weighed heavy with guilt. You heard that saying, get the skeletons out your closet, right? Well, that is the process of being born again, y'all. See, born again doesn't have anything to do with salvation in the sense that salvation is an after effect of being born again. See, salvation hasn't happened for any of us yet because we're still in the mix. We're still in this pot of craziness. To be saved, to receive salvation means you are saved from something. If I was put in a hot pot of water, I need salvation out of that pot. I need to be removed from the pot to be effectively saved from the hot water, right? And we're all still in hot water because we're all in this realm, this physical realm, still experiencing all of the craziness and madness that affects all of us daily. So salvation isn't what we have attained yet. But when you are truly born again, your mind is renewed and you can look at yourself in a way that says, you know what? All of my experiences that are weighing down on me, whether they happen to me or whether I happen to someone else, I have to check my own involvement in those things. Don't try to sweep what I did under the rug and hide it. Let me expose those things. One of my key prayers is, God, help me identify my truest thoughts. Now, as I've evolved in my spiritual walk, I don't call the Most High Mama and Papa God anymore. But for those who are watching who might be new to this idea or who have heard it before, let me hit you with something that you're familiar with, okay? So I would say, God, help me identify my truest thoughts. And I actually got that from Brother Tupac in one of his songs. He says, Lord, help me identify my truest thoughts. And I heard that and I said, wow, that was so powerful. Because as I think about my own involvement in things, I used to sweep things under the rug and try to forget my involvement and hide from it. But we've also heard that God is everywhere, right? God is omnipresent, meaning everywhere at once. God is omnipotent, meaning all powerful. God hears everything and sees everything, right? And I used to wonder, how is that possible? I used to give it up to some sort of spookism until I realized that I am God having a human experience. You are God having a human experience in this human flesh. And when you realize your true God power, that you are the divine in the flesh, reflecting for the divine and experiencing for the divine in this 3D realm, then you will begin to see that nothing you do can be hidden from God. Because as you look and as you hear and as you speak, you are actually looking, hearing, and speaking for God as God. Now, those of us who truly run from this and truly have an issue with this and have given our lives over to wickedness, we have taken our free will, which we were blessed with as human beings as well, and we have attempted to push God to the side and replace the presence of God in these avatars with the presence of the wicked one. Okay? So, what I ask you all today to do, as all this madness is going around, as we don't know what's going to happen from point A to B, as we don't really know where we're going to be in life on a daily basis because there's so much madness, lighten your heart, lighten your load, truly become born again. When you truly become born again in your mind, with the renewal of your mind, of your conscience, and lighten your heart's load, removing guilt from your life, you will not have to worry about traveling from point A to B and worrying about your own safety. You won't have to worry about prepping. You won't have to worry about seed preservation. You won't have to worry about all the craziness that's going on in the land for your own sake. You will begin to think about and care about and worry about others who might not know what you know. And I guarantee you, one day you will be moved to make a message just like this. You will be moved to help somebody in your walk, in your path, just like I'm hoping I'm helping all of the supporters who've joined this channel. Look, like I said, I know I hit y'all with truth that make you twitch sometime. It make your eyes flutter and make you feel like, who is this dude think he is? But at the end of the day, most of the truth that I'm presenting to you is just for this physical realm for us to get by. I know that there's another form of truth, however, that will not only prepare you in this physical realm, but will prepare you for the realm to come when you actually have to leave this physical avatar and move on to your next destination in the spiritual side of things. I hope this message helped y'all. It truly is a happy day no matter what's going on in life. So remember, God helped me identify my truest thoughts. And in identifying those truest thoughts, help me to be strong and admit my own wrongdoing or my own involvement in the things that have weighed heavy on my heart and it made me feel guilty. Don't run from that guilt, y'all. Like that zit, confront that zit. Take that water and that soap and wash it off. That's the true baptism, y'all. That's the baptism of the Spirit. And you don't need no church. You don't need no altar call. You don't need no pastor putting his hands on you. All you need to do is humbly come to yourself. Realize who you are. Realize that you are God in the flesh, having a human experience, and nothing you've done has been hidden from God. And when you do that, you will truly lighten your load and you can walk knowing that you have been born again. It's your bruh, True Jew, hitting y'all with the truth the only way I know how. And you know I love you to life. Most High Mama and Papa willing, I'll be back with another one. But until then, gone.